I hope we pull this off. I'm not sure if we will.
Good luck out there, guys.
Hey, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of the Wish You Were Beer Show. You thought we left. You thought we were gone. We wouldn't do that. We're back. We're really excited to be back. It's been about a month now, maybe a little more.
It's been almost 2.
Yeah, almost 2 months. So, yes, very true.
Nothing happened in those 2 months. So
more like season 10. Correct.
Well, we didn't feel right to call this season 10, considering we would have been just kind of skipped through the others.
That's fair.
It's not fair to the other numbers.
This is very true. If you're already familiar with our first season, great. Thanks for hanging out with us and sticking around. If you're new to the show, we do the show every Thursday night live at 8 p.m. Eastern time. It's a beer show. We do talk with breweries. We review some beers. We try different beers. Basically anything beer related or beer adjacent, we're probably talking about in some capacity. So if you'd like to follow along with us, all of our social media handles are down there at the bottom of the screen. Make sure you get us wherever you can so that if we take another hiatus, you can still see what we're up to.
Because we did post.
We did post things.
We did.
We
have shared a lot.
Yeah, we did a few things.
I'm excited to see everyone who is normally in the chat back in the chat.
Yes, me as well.
That makes me really happy to see everyone back in here. I was a little concerned that after 2 months off, we weren't going to have anyone coming back.
We paid a few people, but yeah, it should be pretty busy.
We did say that it was not. We were going to tell everyone that we paid, just because we didn't pay everybody.
I paid the important people.
Couple people. So
I paid
thanks
the
for showing
people.
up. No, but yeah, thanks everyone. As always, the devotion is surprising but very appreciated.
Absolutely. And if you are new to us and want to see any of the highlights of season 1, you can always go to our website, wishyouwerebeershow.com. That's going to have our whole catalog of episodes. It's where we keep up on what episodes we have coming up. It's got our fantastic merch store that just has a litany of shirts.
So many shirts.
And
a fanny pack.
So check that out. If you are interested in supporting the show, that's an easy way to do it. Otherwise, make sure you support us throughout the social medias as well, because that really does help us too. That's the end of my plug for the show and for ourselves. I'm Daniel. This is Tiffany. That is Phil. Phil, you're in a different background, so I don't know where you are.
I've had this one before. This was end of season 1 was this background.
That's like 2 months ago, Phil.
Yeah, it's the only thing I didn't change about this show. I don't know if anyone else has noticed. Everything else is different.
Our backgrounds are the same. We could have done something cool. I
thought about doing something, but then I did not.
I did not.
Dave over at Beer in Front is here, and he is asking what's exciting and what's new.
Oh, so many things. Dave, welcome back, buddy. It's good to see you, man. A lot is new. We are going to be doing some new stuff on the show specifically. If you keep up on our socials, Tiffany and I officially got married finally.
We did.
So that is new. Yeah, Phil, you were...
I didn't know that you could marry 2 people, Daniel. It's weird because
well, there was a divorce in between, and we don't really talk about the other.
And then Tiffany and I got the chance to go to Hawaii recently as well. So we spent some time over on a couple of islands in Hawaii, which was great. We got to do a lot of beer hopping throughout Hawaii's beer scene, which is actually really busy and has a lot to offer, which is crazy.
Yeah, I think Oahu had 5 breweries on it, not necessarily only on Oahu.
Yeah.
And then Kauai had 3 breweries.
Like 3 individual breweries, which is a pretty small island. So I was happy to see that, to have some options on even that remote and that small of an area.
One of them had 2 locations.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, Kauai, it takes a long time to get around the island. Someone told me that, and I did not believe them. And then it happened. And I, of course, not believing them originally, we made our reservations, did go to one of the more northern locations.
The furthest point north.
So it took a long time to get to the airport really early in the morning.
But as far as the show goes, we do have a lot of new things happening.
We do.
And if some of your old favorites you don't see tonight, they will be back at times. So we've got a few additional segments for us to play around with.
Yeah, so we are going to be intertwining some newer segments in and some newer clips and some newer ideas. Some of your old favorites will pop up occasionally as well, so don't lose hope if you maybe don't see, let's say, a history and facts necessarily. I mean, I think it's the same thing. Yeah, sorry, it took me a second to find it.
I was like, can you at least say you're looking for something?
No,
Or, like,
no, I wanted the suspense to be full on. Well, and as you, if you followed with us last season, you know, one of the bits that we did start doing later in the season, but we weren't doing it as officially. We would like to start our shows off with a little bit of beer news or beer adjacent news, and a segment that Phil called something, I believe.
I didn't know if we were doing that whole play it right away thing, but
I don't
we'll do
know.
it.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. Look at what Phil did.
I love it. That intro feels so like Walter Cronkite meets SNL Weekend Update that I can't stand it.
So good.
Yeah.
All right.
So Phil
Dan,
did
you
all
brought
of
us
our
beer
new
news.
designs. Phil did everything for the
Do
record.
not give me or Daniel any credit.
Or if you hate it, please direct your commentary to Phil.
Oh, I've got plenty you're gonna hate.
I am for it. So as we've been doing, like I said, beer news, beer adjacent news. If you follow Sam Adams in any capacity, they do a extremely rare barrel aged beer that is a very high octane, really high volume of alcohol.
2 years, I think.
Yeah, they do it every 2 years. It's called Utopias, and it's being released this year again. I think it actually came out on the 1st. So if you're not familiar with this beer, it is aged in a very long process over the course of several different bourbon barrels, whiskey barrels, Scotch barrels. They change it and do it a little bit differerly every time. But I thought it was fun mainly because it's illegal in 15 states.
Yeah.
It's
Is Virginia one of them?
no, you can get it here, but it is illegal in North Carolina, which is our southern border.
Yeah, North, South, and Georgia. I think
Yeah.
it was illegal in all.
All
of
the
those.
places you think something like this would be illegal: Alabama, Mississippi, Georgia,
West Virginia.
West
was one of them.
Virginia. Yeah. So if you're familiar with it, it's supposed to be the bee's knees. Gabriel thinks it was gross.
I mean, it's a very high octane, hence it being illegal. So I don't believe I would enjoy it.
They had to explain it when they wrote the story on it that I read. They had to explain it is just a beer, though. Like, it's not a whiskey, it's not a mixed drink, it's just a beer, but it sits this year. It came in at 28%.
Which,
That
by the way,
sounds-
that's twice as much as a glass of wine.
Oh yeah, 100%.
And wine at this point, because I just don't drink a lot of it. Like, man, I cannot handle wine. I get drunk real fast.
Now, Phil, you're originally up in that area. Have you had this? Have you seen it anywhere?
I mean, I see it all the time. This came out and they started doing this in 2001, and I left there in 2003 and was under 21 for most of that time. So I've never actually tried it. But I'm surprised Gabriel never shared it with me.
That checks out, actually. That's the least surprising thing.
I think it's really expensive too.
Yeah, I think it's like 290 something bucks for the bottle.
Yeah. So I
And it's
remember
obviously really big bottle.
that's probably why I've never tried it.
I was gonna say that's the reason I've never tried it. I've probably seen it somewhere and just walked right the fuck past
Yeah.
it.
I mean, we could purchase one and then do it on the show, and I think that would be fun. I don't know, just throwing it out there.
Yeah,
I don't really want to spend $300 on beer I'm not gonna like.
Yeah.
So
I also think I can't wait for us to get through a 28%er on the show after 45 minutes. Just
we don't get
Yeah.
through it.
I'm getting through it. Oh, that's interesting.
top of
Like, Dogfish is more consistently reputable and cost efficient. That makes sense.
Huh.
So yeah, I thought it was interesting. I love whoever put the story together. The headline grabbed me immediately, even though it was Sam Adams. It was illegal in 15 states was the headline. And I was like, oh, what is this? What? And
It also just points out such weird freaking laws around alcohol there are. You know, like it's not like actively probably illegal. It's just like there's some old law that just makes it illegal and no one feels they need to change it for one beer that decided to go crazy.
That's exactly what it is. It's like an old blue law or something. They're like, well, we're not going to go through the process of doing that just for Sam Adams.
Yeah. It is weird that it's like, oh, you can't have that big of a beer, but I guess it's just for selling at like places that don't sell liquor. It's like that's almost like selling liquor.
I think that's exactly what it is.
Yeah.
Which I was surprised it was in Virginia because we have
ABC
separate liquor laws. We have
Yeah.
ABC store just for liquor, and then beer is sold in grocery stores.
I wonder if you could get that where would you get that then?
I'm not 100% sure, actually. They didn't list Virginia as the state it's illegal in, so
I assume it's only sold in stores. It's not. It wouldn't be. We'd have to probably buy it online.
Or we could probably reach out to Earl and Sev over at Early Birds, or maybe even Bird Girl Bottle Shop, and see if they're able to get it as the bottle shop.
Yeah. Shout out to Bird Girl though, man.
Oh yeah,
they just opened. They're fantastic.
Yeah, it's a little local bottle shop that just opened near us, and they were fantastic. We got a chance to visit.
We did put a post together, or at least a story.
I think it was a reel.
Whatever. There's evidence we were there on the day it opened, and it was great.
Andrew knows where to buy it in Virginia, by the way, and that makes sense.
That checks out.
We do have, what's the one right there?
Winfrey's.
Yeah.
It actually comes with a free gun when you buy it in Virginia.
No license required.
No
We're
license
good.
required.
Just take it.
I love it. So yeah,
well, I saw a fun little Instagram post that y'all posted yesterday. What was that all about?
I have no idea. Tiffany?
It has to do with the 757 Battle of the Beers. So as some of you know, / I think everybody here on the chat, minus like 3 people, live in the 757. Thank you again for joining. There's a huge beer thing where everyone is going and they actually compete not only against each other from like a beer standpoint, but there's going to be beer Olympics.
Well, beer games, yes.
Well, it was described more in a Olympics and like a sense of like you're competing and like, I don't know. Anyway, I'm very excited for this. So we're basically being sponsored by them to do a few different posts this week and next. And in return, we get free, I'd like to say unfettered access, but I don't think it's
Just
that
going
good.
right into our business deals. Just letting it all out.
Yeah.
Listen, we negotiated a cost. We asked for this and offered this in exchange. I am more than happy to discuss our business operations.
This will actually be the first year that Tiffany and I have attended this event.
Yes.
We deal with a lot of the breweries around here, though. And this is really a kind of a brewery-centric event that a lot of the actual breweries get to have some fun at. It's not as competitive as like the national beer, GABF or anything like that. It's just for the 757 area code. So all the breweries that are there, we're going to know pretty well. So it's going to be a really fun event. That's going on next weekend, the 11th. So again, if you follow us through our social medias, make sure you keep up on that. You can kind of see what breweries we spend some time with and get to know them a little bit better.
It is wild how many of these breweries I know.
Mm-hmm.
Just being around the two of you for so long.
Well, I think you've been to a fair amount of these at this point.
I've been to the majority of these, I want to say.
We've made our rounds.
A little bit, yeah. Oh man, so that should be fun. So on the 11th, we should be following our socials to see what you two are up to.
Probably drinking beer.
Best of luck keeping up with the latter half of those posts. Who knows?
The first half always starts so business, and then the last half is just all mullet.
Yeah.
Well, so I thought it might be kind of fun for us to do something a little different on the show tonight. We're gonna test run this with people because I want to see how this works. Y'all ready for this?
And me personally?
Yeah, I'm asking you.
I'm always up for it, Phil. You know me.
I got your back, boo. Whatever you need.
All right. So we're gonna do trivia, not history and facts. I'm keeping that in there forever.
100%.
All right. So to explain it, to help you along with this, we're using Kahoot, and you can actually play live trivia with us, and it's going to keep score. And I'm pretty excited to see if this works well with everyone. Just so you know, we'll leave this up. If everyone wants to go to kahoot.it or if you already have the Kahoot app. I just like saying Kahoot.
I think we're all in cahoots over that.
Yeah. We're going to play. So get ready because we're going to play trivia. And this is going to be about season 1.
Oh,
So I hope everyone here remembers season 1. I don't.
I don't.
Should I get
Hopefully
my
everyone
phone?
else does. So let's play some trivia. Ooh, fancy.
Very
I love
fancy.
it.
Yeah.
I love all your new graphics.
Daniel's attempting to start this now, even though we've already talked about this.
Yeah, it's okay. I'm ready though.
I also forgot my phone. Somewhere,
I can do 8 things at once.
I think what's fun about this is we can see who in the chat is not playing with us.
True story.
Because right now we only got a Bruham. Oh, here we go.
That might be the best description of Abby Brim's username that I've ever heard. Hey, Broom.
So just so everyone knows how the scoring works in this is that it's not just about getting it right, it's getting it done fast. Your score is higher the quicker you answer the question. And I'm looking forward to seeing how people do with this. I'm not going to play because I know all the answers, but the rest of you, get on in here.
Nope.
We should give awards for the best names too. So far we're doing pretty well.
So far we're so good. That Abraham though, hard to beat.
Gabriel's downloading it. We gave you time, Gabriel, and you can also just go to the website.
Yeah, I just went to the website and it was pretty easy.
Yeah,
I wanted to see it from my end.
And he is your little sister.
Don't give away my.
I mean, he's the only one up there who isn't obviously someone else.
I don't know who that is.
Oh God.
Craw baby. Oh,
Crawl baby.
Weirdos.
All
right. Should we get into this, Gabriel?
Let's give it a shot.
How long do we wait for Gabriel here?
I've been waiting for Gabriel my whole life. All
right. Let me get rid of this. So for those of you who joined, I'm just going to get rid of this banner. All right. We got 5. Let's start this game.
You can also still play in the chat, by the way.
Cause it says.
So 20 seconds.
20
True
seconds.
or false? Season 1 was over 130 episodes.
Damn, I'm fast. I'm the fast.
Do you remember the exact number of episodes?
I do not.
Don't.
No, I have no idea anymore.
I think it was like 100.
I lost count at a
40 something.
I have no idea.
Yeah, I don't remember. I barely remember anything.
So it's false. It was 127 episodes.
You son of a bitch.
I know. Let's see who got it right.
Abby.
Ooh, Craw baby in the lead.
Crawl baby. Crawl baby so fast.
Next. What is the name of this season 1 guest?
Oh, God.
Who remembers this season 1 guest? This was very early on.
I remember who this is.
Yeah.
This guest was on twice, and I remember having so much fun with him.
Yeah, me as well.
I mean, look at the backdrop of this one.
I know. I remember being like, man, what a...
I just love that he was our first garage episode. You were the second one.
Yes. So that was Jellyman himself over at 105 West.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I think didn't he start another brewery or go?
He's still a silent owner in 105
that's
and
right.
he is at a different brewery. I don't remember which one.
Yeah.
Yeah. At the time of that episode, he was at 105 West, I want to say. He was still at there. And some of these other ones are great too. We got Chris Fish from Telluride. That was an early one.
Yeah, I don't recognize the Bells character.
No, you don't. He's
like
just like
Christmas
little.
bells.
He's a little brewer.
I know Dale Reeder from Rails End, obviously, but who's this John Millett character?
All four of these are from very early
I
on.
think for season 2, we should try to just get him back on.
Oh, he'll come back on. He's a wild animal.
I hope he just knows that everything is pure sarcasm.
He's never seen this show.
Okay,
We're
good.
safe.
I don't know. We're pretty cool.
Let's go to the next one. Let's see who's in the lead. Your
Oh,
little sister making a
your
way
little
up.
sister has jumped exponentially.
Yeah.
Daniel, it's our show.
I know. And I'm still losing.
What episode inspired this t-shirt? Episode 74, Shoujo. 63, The Wealth. 70, Curtain Up. Or 101, Giggle.
Giggle that was a very aggressive pronunciation. I don't care.
This was a fun episode. I remember this one very well.
Yes.
And of course, I remember the bat. So,
yeah, 100%.
If you don't know this shirt, I don't know what you're doing.
I missed
Who got
that
this
bat.
one right? What Shoujo, they actually opened up a brick and mortar, didn't they?
Yeah, they finally did. So they took over for the space that the meadery was in that we went to while we were down there.
Yeah.
But yeah, they're great. They opened a sake beer bar. So they're doing sakes and beer as well, which he's a big sake fan to begin with. So the space looks amazing. We keep up with them on Instagram. I can't wait to get down there and hang out there because it looks like the most fun place ever.
Yeah. And it's right near Lincoln Spirit, which is where their contract brewed beforehand.
I like following them because every now and then you get a random Jean Speedo shit.
Oh, 100%. Javier's not scared of the Jean Speedo.
All right, let's see who's in the lead now. Let's see who's taking off. Oh, your little sister.
Oh.
Again, it's our show. We know the
My, how the turns table.
The baby has moved up.
Crawl baby.
Now it's
Craw
just Craw
Dave,
Dave, baby.
All right. What social media celebrity did we collaborate a beer with at Trippin' Animals? There's a little image to help.
Well, he wasn't there, for the record.
We did not meet him.
Put the actual image. Do y'all know any of these other ones? You know Thorne Bradley?
I do know Thorne Bradley is. Yes, I know all these other people, specifically myself, because I'm huge on TikTok.
Huge on TikTok.
Hey, we're jumping up on TikTok. I don't know if you've been keeping up on the subscribership there or followers or whatever the kids are calling it, but we're moving up. Yeah, it's crazy. I can't even keep track of it anymore.
All right, let's see how everyone's doing.
Surely everyone got that. Oh my God, your little sister's on fire. It says.
Let's see how people are doing over in the comments. Is everyone handling this okay? Are we all doing okay?
Yes.
No, I think this is definitely a learning.
I know, Daniel. He's huge on TikTok.
I love that this is a huge learning experience for everyone because Kahoot does take like a practice round, and I just want everyone to know that that's what this is.
Yes.
Usually Daniel will not be allowed to play.
Yes. Unless I keep winning, because I do like winning.
Okay.
It's true.
Okay. I just won't make it so
That's
obvious
also
next
true.
time.
We got two more
Let's do it.
to find out who the winner is. Where did Phil film the first few episodes from? The murder room, his mother's basement, a bathtub, or in the closet that he still hasn't come out of?
Phil, that answer D may be the best answer you've ever created.
Oh, bathtub. If you had to be here for some early episodes to know.
That was early. And I don't think we even
we never acknowledged it
until
after
20 episodes later.
Yeah.
I still remember spitting up at one episode into a fan, but having it blow back at me into a tub. So I was like, oh.
I forgot about that.
Some of those early episodes are quite hilarious.
They are. If you're in for the night and looking for a treat.
I've watched but never seen an episode, apparently.
Oh, good old Steve. Remember
Yeah,
Steve was in the backdrop.
Yeah. Welcome to my life, Abby. Welcome to my life.
Let's see how everyone's doing on the scoreboard. Vero's made her way up. Gabriel's
comes down to 2. Me and Vero.
Always.
Last question.
And it's in Spanish? God damn it. No, I'm just kidding.
What's the only beer besides our own that we have given 5 bottle caps to on Untapped? Void of Light from Gun Hill. We Can Pickle That, BBC. Warheads, Lemon. Or Past and Present Export Stout from Other Half.
God, I want that to be Warheads.
I'm pretty sure it was Warheads.
I'd have given it 10 bottle caps if it was available.
You know what else? I actually I remembered it being stout, but I thought it may have been Void of Light, and I had to look.
I thought it was Void of Light too. That's what I would have answered.
I also thought that.
No, you picked We Can Pickle That, which I also was like, ooh, that also might be it.
It doesn't tell everyone who got it right or wrong.
Listen,
so you just
it's
outed
about
me.
to.
I also realized that the show's on a slight delay. So Daniel, you actually have, I think you get a little bit of a head start on this.
God, even better. Even better.
So
it's an inside deal.
That's why
I don't think you can play.
Yeah, I just wanted to see what it looked like.
So I thought it was Gun Hill as well, but the Gun Hill we gave a 4.75, which means someone didn't give it a 5.
It was probably me. I'm usually that guy.
Yeah.
We Can Pickle That was the same, and it was the Past and Present Export Stout, which I honestly, in my head, it was Gun Hill. It's really strange. But
I do remember really liking that Export Stout though, because it was the like really light, late body, but still like very robust stout flavor. And I was like, man, this is it. And
I'm pretty sure we gave Warhead Lemon like a 5.5. So
I don't recall that one.
Yeah. based off the state of our backyard after that night, I don't think we gave any beer a good
Warhead
rating.
Lemon was when we did here.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's right.
The backyard was the next set, which also ended poorly. I think I had to I haven't thrown that rug away, but it is no longer under us.
Kevin has arrived.
Welcome, Kevin.
Okay. Welcome. Let's see if Kevin won. Let's check out the
You did not.
Find out who the winner is.
I know who it is. Son of a bitch.
Gabriel
coming in third.
Technically second. Vero.
There's no way I came in first.
It is.
There's not a chance. Oh my God. You guys. I'm so happy for myself.
All right. So hopefully that worked. Let us know in the comments if you enjoyed playing trivia like this.
Actually, just shoot us an email. I'm not going to be able to keep up on all that right now.
He's too elated.
I'm too busy thinking of what my acceptance speech for this award is going to be. We have time, though. We have time.
It was fun to go back and look at some of those old episodes, though. I haven't seen those in a long time.
I haven't seen a single episode of this show, Phil.
I have watched the ones I'm not in and a few of the others, but for the most part, I have a very hard time watching myself on the internet. So I'm really grateful that it really doesn't exist unless I actively seek it out.
That's fair. I'll start sending it to you cloaked in something else.
No, because it's either that or Lemon Party, and I'm not interested.
Whoa, don't go to Lemon Party, you guys. I've made that mistake twice in my life now.
We didn't even talk about what beers we're drinking tonight.
We did not.
I'm getting there when we talk about my next section, but yes, what are you two drinking?
Oh. I thought that was the lead into your section. I'm so sorry. I am drinking Traditions Oktoberfest out of a proper, not quite thing, but whatever this one is called.
Not quite thing.
It's not like the big Stein one, but it's still the mug. Listen, I had a long day and I have been beveraging.
I am drinking Anchor. because I think it took them this long to get out here.
So I saw you pour it, and I was like, "What is that?" But I didn't ask.
Yeah, Anchor Porter from Anchor Brewing Company, because I think they still have them here because they haven't stopped making them yet, or they're still traveling here.
Yeah.
So I found them and I don't get to find very random beers very often. So I was very excited to find something that's not Corona or
in a weird small bottle.
Yeah,
that is great.
We almost picked up a Rude Boy to celebrate tonight, but that'll come later.
I expected there to be a Rude Boy on this show, so I
thought it'd be a good way to kick off, but
yeah,
no, I didn't even think about it until you just mentioned Rude Boy. Everyone knows it's not top of mind.
Right. While we were out in California, actually, we went up to Monterey Bay and we ate at a little restaurant down in Monterey Bay. And we ate at a little restaurant that still had Anchor Steam. Was it still on draft? They were down to their last keg.
Yeah.
So like everybody was like, we're obviously all having that and get another one.
And I think we each had 2.
Yeah.
Abby was there.
Oh, nice.
That's super exciting. On a day where we're at Beer in Front, he's got a great beer podcast, and that's very exciting. Congrats, Dave, on getting that one.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know who you killed.
Yeah.
So I am drinking a really good hazy IPA that's put out by Precarious, also with a great cause. This is their second iteration of their Black is Beautiful beer, which if you're not familiar with that, obviously this is a beer that's geared towards helping the African American community get more notoriety within the brewery industry as well, and also training in the brewery industry, get them into some spaces where they're not typically well represented. So a huge chunk of these proceeds goes to the Black Brewers Association to continue education for Black brewers, Black business owners. So it's a really great cause and something that a lot of people talk about every now and again. But it's cool that they continue to put this beer out with some regularity, not just in February.
Yes,
which I really dug. And the beer is stellar. It's a hazy IPA. It's a 7%er. It's super easy to drink still at 7%, which is nice.
It's not like thick hazy. It's a very good hazy.
Yeah, those guys don't miss a whole lot to begin with. So
I assume they just dump out the bad ones. I'd like to think that they're not perfect, but I don't know.
I don't think.
We can't all be perfect.
True story. Right? True story. That being said, speaking of Precarious, we do have another event coming up this weekend that Tiffany and I are going to be attending. Precarious does their field days event every year, which is kind of like a little bit of a throwback to elementary school when you got to have field day. So there's obstacle courses, there's a bunch of different games, a bunch of different food. They're going to have 25 different breweries down there, including Precarious is going to be there as well. So Tiffany and I are going to be there this weekend, and I'm excited as well because we're going to get to catch up with our friends at Tripping Animals. They're going to be at the event as well. Yeah, it'll be super cool. So this event does draw. They do some local breweries, but
there's a pretty good selection of breweries that are well known
and out of state.
Out of state.
Yeah, which is kind of cool because a lot of the events that come through are typically associated with the breweries within a certen radius,
like the 757.
Correct,
but that's the point of it. So they do a really good job of sourcing out a pretty good variety.
Yep. So this Tiffany and I'll be there this Saturday. Like 2 days from now?
Yes.
Right. It's Thursday. We do this on Thursdays. You're right.
Yes.
You're right.
So Saturday from 4 to 8.
Yep.
It's on the screen. It's 8.
Yeah. So again, if you don't already follow us on our social medias, make sure you tag along with us because we'll be posting from that event as well as the 757 event next weekend as well. So keep up with us, have some fun with us, find out what we're drinking. Because it's a lot. Oh,
it's funny because I remember. It's funny that now, before I recognize all the breweries, now I'm recognizing the breweries events because we've talked about field days before.
Yep.
I feel like the show's done its run. I think it's over.
Everything that could be done has been done.
We had 2 full seasons.
Yeah.
In the first season.
1 season, 127 episodes. Season 2, 1 episode.
I hate to announce, but Daniel and I are getting divorced.
Everything is over.
But it's not true.
I love it. I love it. What the hell else did we do on this show? Do we even do anything else? Again, it's been a long time.
Yeah. We are gonna bring back something that we took away at the end of season 1 from people.
Surprise!
Yeah. Motherfucker. No.
Yeah, and it's not history and facts.
Well, you can't just say that because then you gotta play the clip.
I'm not just gonna play it every time I also love that there's a new one, and I'm not playing the new one yet.
I know.
We don't need it. We're not
We don't-
doing that
not for
segment
this one.
today.
Tune in next week.
Yeah.
Today, on our first episode back, we are bringing back the whole. This was the section that was named after our show.
Yeah.
So let's bring it back and see if any of us are prepared for it.
Definitely not. God, I love that. That intro is so sexy, it hurts.
I know, and it just calms the whole thing down.
I know.
almost-
It's a great, like, all right, it's the end of the show.
Yep. I love it.
So someone needs to rant for this section.
Yeah. Ugh.
No, I'm good.
If you're unfamiliar with this portion of the show, this is where we take a second to reflect on what we wish was actually beer versus what it really is. Could be something from your childhood, could be from yesterday, could be from work, could be something beer related that you wish was actually beer. It's not beer. Literally anything you want that you wish was beer instead of what it is. And Phil's been so gracious to put all this stuff together, all the new slides, everything. It looks great. I'm actually going to let him go first.
Yes. We'll be swimming in it 100%. It's almost like
so everyone else, tell us what you wish was beer as well. We got to bring that in. So for me this week, I'm going to say it. I'm going to do it. I'm going to bring it. I'm going to bring this heartfelt thing all the way around. I wish your wedding was beer. I'd pack it up in a 6-pack, bring it home so I could enjoy it again and again. I had so much fun at your wedding, and it was so great to spend that much time with y'all again.
I feel like I didn't talk to anybody like the whole day. And I felt so bad. So thank you.
Well, that's kind of how it works, right? Like we all hang out while the two of you are doing your thing. But I had such a good time, and also like the photo of us looks amazing.
I know.
It
Also,
really does.
I look short as hell.
So I'm looking forward to seeing the rest of those photos because that photographer was killer.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, no, I was really glad that y'all made it out there. Vero, who's in our comment section with some regularity, and does a lot of work for our show as well, got to be out there as well. So we had Phil, Vero, the whole show was together in the same place for a couple of days.
A litany of other individuals.
Oh, 100%.
A lot of people in this comment section,
Yeah. A lot of our brewery friends from the area were able to make the trip out and hang out with us out there as well, which was fantastic.
Yeah. So if you stick around in the comment section long enough, you might get a wedding invite. That's
fair.
the moral.
Don't keep your hopes up, Dave. All right. Andy wishes my online screen time was beers so I could pass out early. Well, that checks out.
Yeah, that's fair.
That's fair. Who's Vero got today? Vero wishes Argentina's presidential elections were beer because we could all be drunk and we could not be able to see what the hell it is.
So we'd be like one of the president elections.
Pretty much. Yeah. I'm for this.
I feel like
pretty sure he is just drunk.
More frequent.
Yeah. Abby also wishes our wedding.
That's Andrew.
Andrew, sorry.
Not Ab Brewer.
I wish your wedding was beer too, because maybe then her baby wouldn't poop all over the second one. That is gold.
All right, who's up?
And Dave, I was just kidding. You can come to my wedding anytime I get married again.
We will talk.
You can come to Daniel on my wedding, Dave.
So I'm going to be super basic, but I wish Hawaii was beer because there was a big part of me that did not want to come back and was trying to formulate a way to make that happen. Obviously, it didn't work out. But I wish that I could experience the peacefulness, but also like just sheer excitement of how gorgeous that place is. anytime I had a beer. So there you go. Wrapped it all around. Season 2, I am here.
Put a pretty fucking bow on it and everything. Abby wishes anger was beer. It'd be easier to produce, distribute, track, and tax.
That's good.
That is good. And that is a fun fact. Katie, you and I did talk about mayo pooping today. So this is really coming full circle.
These are the kind of quality conversations I expect that you have.
Oh, it's all poop.
Yeah. Yeah.
All the time.
Makes sense.
Does it? Okay.
All right, Daniel, you're up.
I will make it easy and to the point as well. I wish our local election day was beer because then I'd be looking forward to next Tuesday. Our local elections are happening next Tuesday, and it's a cluster, and I don't want any of them to win or be involved in any decision making that involves any human being. But if they were beer, I'd be like, great! I can't wait for next Tuesday. I get to see beer. I get to find out what.
I will vote for you, beer.
I always vote for beer.
But then you have a really hard time selecting instead of having a really hard time selecting.
Oh, that is tough.
Yeah. So either way, I don't know.
It's a lose-lose.
Yeah.
You're right. I vote beer.
Every time.
Every time. Has yet to let me down. Well, no.
Except for that one time.
No, that was really my decision making to let me down. It wasn't beer.
All right. Well, we have a great episode next week.
We do.
And this,
so we're going to keep doing this.
Apparently, we're going to have episode 2 of season 2.
Oh,
so
fingers crossed.
It was great. I'd say it was so fun to see everyone tonight. It's been so long, and I did. This was great. Everyone's so active in the comment section tonight, so I appreciate it. And we're going to do this again next week, but we got some people coming on. Daniel, you want to go into this story?
Yeah, we do. This is going to be a lot of fun for us because it involves some friends of ours that we've already done a beer with. And it also involves a pretty big event that I think is really cool.
Super cool.
Yeah. So we had the Center for the Great Apes, which is down in Florida, reach out to us and ask us if we could help them promote this event. So they basically took some of the primates from the Great Apes Center and allowed them to paint their own pictures. And then they partnered up with Tripping Animals, which if you're familiar with them, we did a beer with them. Tripping Animals has an animal on every label and does their version of it. So in that picture that you're seeing there, the background to the can art itself is actually painted by that primate. And then Tripping Animals put their spin on that primate.
Yep.
And made the primate on there. So they have 3 different special beer releases that they all did with the individual primates. They got to go spend
the Jungle Book thing we got going on this one.
True story. But it's really cool. So they're doing that in conjunction with the Great Ape Center. It's their 30th anniversary at the Great Ape Center, our Center for the Great Apes. So we're actually going to have Jane Watkins on, who's from the Center for the Great Apes, as well as a couple of representatives from Tripping Animals as well, just to talk about the process, talk about the beers. They are shipping us the beers, so we will get to try the beers and keep the can art because, that's our thing.
I'm so excited.
But we're really excited for it because, again, we've already done a beer with Tripping Animals. They were fantastic. The folks are great there. The beer is good. No, Kevin, it's not tradition. There's no Apes Brewing.
I wasn't sure where you
were
going with that.
Got him.
That was quick.
I know. So no, we're really excited for that show. I think it's going to be a blast. Should be like sitting down with a couple of old friends and getting to meet some new ones. And I'm really excited to try those beers because Tripping Animals doesn't miss.
They are pushing out a lot of really good beers.
Yeah, and also they'll be at the Precarious event again Saturday. So we might even get to see them Saturday as well. I don't know yet.
That's great. It was really fun going down there and seeing them. It's funny because. And then the only kind of craft beer I can get here is Tripping Animals.
That is so funny, man.
Just one.
Are you going to get
I literally walk in, I go, "What's new from Tripping Animals?" And they just go out and grab me one.
I love that's so random. I remember when you found our Emmanuel beer down there and you were like, "It's here." I was like, "What?"
That was the weirdest thing. Finding that in St. Martin was absolutely crazy.
God, I love it.
All right, well. I guess I'm seeing your faces again now. So
this is a regular thing again.
I'm not against it.
I mean, I don't know.
I look forward to seeing everyone back here next week.
Yeah, please join us next week. Again, we'll have Tripping Animals and Center for the Great Apes on, and come hang out and find out what other new things we have going on the show that we might incorporate next week.
All right.
There are more.
See you later.
See ya.
Bye.
That could not have gone any worse.
That was just terrible. Seriously. In the comment section, they were the worst.
I cannot.
Hopefully we get through the next week. Yeah.
I love that this is going to be a weekly thing. Not the show, because I hate it. Oh, wait.